Heading up north, we'll look at another property.
Sup? Ripping in the Subaru.
Oh yes, I'll explain all that later on.
Yeah.
When we're gonna do a little update. This is an update video, and we're in his mom's car, the Subaru. Because right now we don't have a truck.
41 years old. Borrow my mommy's car. Come on, buddy. Let's go into this property.
So I had a great idea that we would walk and talk, and I would give you all of the updates of our past week or so in the forest, but you can't hear a word we're saying over all the leaves crunching beneath our feet. So here I am overdubbing. So I'm going to kind of sandwich method this, where I'm going to put some good news, bad news, good news, because it's been a time. So to start with, all of our financing is settled. It's all sitting in the bank, ready and waiting for a property so we can just jump on it. That little bit of credit card debt I had previously mentioned, that's all paid off, so that's awesome. So for some of the bad stuff, we were really interested in that one property I had mentioned previously, but by the time we got our real estate agent involved, it had sold conditionally. It's not the end of the world. We're back on the hunt, which is what we're doing here. So our little car, it's an '09. We bought it brand new back in the day, but and it's been a great car, but its exhaust has been not the best. So we had fixed it about 4 years ago, but then all the parts just completely rotted. So the fix was fine. The parts we bought were terrible. So the whole exhaust fell off the other day. We ended up having to have that fixed, and we need that car to keep running at least for a little while longer. So that was like a $1,500 fix. So that hurt. My mother-in-law was excellent about lending us her car I thought it was going to take a really long time, so we asked to borrow it for the week. But then on the day that the Hyundai was fixed, the truck broke down completely out of the blue. We had no warning. It's a 5-year-old truck. It's got 120,000 kilometers on it. The engine just failed. So unfortunately, that happened when Lindsay was up at that side job we were at the last update video we did. He went up there to finish the job, and that's a really difficult access. You can only get a truck in there. So it took a long time to get a tow truck. That place is 2 hours away from our home, so he just brought it to a nearby shop, and it sat there for a few days. They were like, the engine's screwed, you're screwed. We wanted to run it by our own mechanic, obviously, before we took anyone else's word for it. So we finally did just get the tow to get it home. And it's at our mechanic's right now. We're just waiting to hear back. Other things that have been going on, there's been a few things that have been small, minor things, but the truck is such a big deal that all the little minor things really kind of just piled on. One of them being that I recently found out that I have a whole bunch of mild allergies. And because of that, over the past month, I changed my diet to accommodate those. But in doing so, I started getting dizzy spells. I went to the doctors. Turns out I have mild vertigo, and I had an iron deficiency. So that's all getting its treatment now, and everything's fine. But it was just I still can't eat normal food because of this diet restriction, and that's very frustrating. Other little things that are kind of just been happening that are annoying is Mickey's been extra destructive lately. I don't know exactly why, but he's ruined a few things around the house, and it's been a little bit stressful. Since I started my YouTube channel, I had been having issues with it, and I just kind of powered through, but I kept getting this sign like something went wrong. Eventually got to the point where I couldn't even upload videos anymore. So I ended up just tearing the whole thing down. I couldn't do it from my computer. I couldn't delete the channel, because you can't delete a channel from your phone. And then I've opened a completely separate account and put everything back up. But whatever, it's working so far, that's fine. Oh, and so that credit card debt that I mentioned that we had paid off, because of the car breaking down, that went on the credit card, because we had used up a bunch of our liquid savings in order to pay off the credit cards. So that has gone on my credit card. And then the truck, whatever that ends up costing, is probably also going to have to go on the credit card. So it's just been great fun. Oh, one last negative, I guess, is that Lindsay's job has been doing layoffs. So it's been great. He's in a pretty good position because he's a foreman at his job and he has a lot of qualifications that other people don't. So we're not overly concerned. He'll at least have a few months before he could potentially go on the chopping block. And then with him being an electrician, it wouldn't be hard to just go scoop up another job. He's been looking to see what's out there. So we're not really concerned. We've decided to still move forward with all of our plans to continue on the hunt for property. We don't want to give up that plan, even though everything's just kind of forcing us to not do it. We're powering through. On that note, though this property didn't work out for us, and I say why at the end of this video, we have continued to walk properties, and we actually found one this past weekend that we are really big fans of, so we put in an offer last night. They have until tomorrow at 5 o'clock to get back to us saying yes or no, basically, or coming back with a counter offer. So we'll see. So that's the positive end to all that. We might have found a property. So we're very excited about that. I kind of forgot, Lindsay actually talks about, in where you could actually hear him, talks about one more negative thing that happened this past week, but you know what? The worst thing is really just the truck. We could get by with everything else that's going wrong. It's all part of the journey. It's all the stressful part of the journey. But if you like what you're seeing so far with this channel, then please like my videos. Please subscribe. I have a lot more stuff planned out that I want to do, and I'm really enjoying doing it. So even though it's not been the greatest news lately, we're still having fun.
Well, they just kind of kept doing that kind of things like that.
It's just all a
I
little
got stung by a hornet.
Oh yeah,
That was fun.
that sucked. Right on his neck, just pow, pow, pow,
Just
pow, pow.
like
Oh,
3 or 4 times
okay.
trying to be nice to a little tiny hornet. Get him outside when he was
Just
in our
trying to
house
save
and
his life.
save his life. He was stuck in the spider web. I saved him from that and got him outside. And then he stung me in the neck 3 times. So it was amazing. Anyway, we're going to continue our walk through and
Yeah, we're trying to just
update you on what we figure out.
yeah. So checking out some more properties, and this one's like 10 acres, and it abuts Crown land, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that there's like a human factor that I don't know if I really like. They're a little close, but we'll see.